Dire Bear. It's Tuesday night, so of course that means we're playing Remnants Shadow, our Star Wars actual play. I'll be your game master for the evening, Jason, and with me as usual is Duba playing Doc, Sarah playing Io, Eric playing the Captain, and Jeremy playing Ozen.
Waving. You can't see it, but I'm waving.
We can feel it deep in our souls.
I started waving, but I forgot. Oh yeah, I am down with this. So I'm not on the camera.
I just locked myself out of my Zoom account. No big deal.
Oh,
How did you manage that?
Try to log in 5 times.
how dare you try to log in 5 times?
Alright.
I'm dying.
And who... Not yet, that's later in the session. Alright, and who
Figured I'd
remembers
Figured I was
where
get ahead of it.
y'all were after last week?
Dying.
And that is my icon notepad.
That's
Why?
not gonna help you.
There we go.
We're working on trying not to die because, hello, Inquisitors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, how tough could they be?
Uh-huh.
I mean, they're like Ozen. Ozen gets beat up all the time.
Well,
Solid logic, actually.
I mean,
uh,
technically,
they're
fair
probably
play.
a little more trained, maybe.
Potentially.
Alright, so to review. You went exploring with your small army of droids. You were headed more or less for the engineering section, but decided to stop a few floors down rather than going all the way down and sort of scout around to see what was going on, since you knew an Imperial force had kind of gone on before you. They had set up surveillance on the turbo lift that none of you noticed. Leaving the droids behind, y'all went ahead to a security checkpoint, which had basically been set up as an ambush. As you very effectively fought your way out of that. Well, make effective use of thermal detonators anyway.
I got more left.
You got a couple left? I forget exactly.
I think 3.
Well, I want to say they gave Keltzer 4.
4 sounds correct.
And y'all used
Yeah.
2 of them.
Yeah, 4 sounds correct.
But anyway, you got reports from the droid. They were under fire from Stormtroopers. Y'all started pulling back. They reported that there were Inquisitors on the field.
I think that's where we ended.
Right. Basically, you got your droids with troops on either side of them. You're coming in behind one group of troops with more troops coming in behind you. It's like one of those Dagwood sandwiches of violence.
A sandwich of violence.
A lot of layers. Onion of violence didn't sound good, even though that's would be a good layer thing too.
Sandwich of violence is good. An Oreo cookie of violence.
I mean, at the end of the day, someone will be crying, so an onion technically would count.
You don't cry if you're dead.
Somebody else might.
Assume any of us are getting out of this alive.
Does anybody in your group... Well, I take that back. Keltzer's got family. The rest of you are all,
Orphans or droids.
edgelord orphans or, non-living creatures.
Isn't that an edgelord? She's just old.
That's also fair.
Alright. So y'all are continuing down the main hallways. I believe when we left off, you were just getting close enough that you were starting to hear some of the blaster fire off in the distance. How are y'all wanting to approach this?
Carefully.
By waking up in my bed and realizing this was all just a horrible nightmare.
There's no place like home.
Well, unfortunately,
Pretty
that
much.
Well, if you want to, we can start the next campaign off that way.
Next campaign's gonna be fun, y'all.
Oh no.
Yeah. Next campaign starts up, you wake up with your character having dreamed about Star Wars. It could work.
How nerdy are all of our characters in the next one? That would be.
yes.
Yes.
Not yes, but yes.
He literally has a Fallout shelter because he's a fan of Fallout. Yes,
Oh
he's
my
a nerd.
All right. So before we die in the next campaign, how are we dying in this campaign?
Alright, so like I said, y'all can hear the blaster fire around the corner, just a little ways off.
Yeah. And there are people coming up from behind us still, correct?
That is correct.
How large of a force behind us?
Yes.
You're not entirely certain. When the captain and Kelter peeked around the corner, they didn't exactly take the time to get a full head count.
Yeah.
They just sort of chunked a thermal detonator and ran.
I also assassinated one or two of the officers.
At
least one.
Yeah, for sure one.
Yeah, I didn't remember
Maimed.
if I got the second one or not.
Are there any blast doors that could be dropped?
Give me.
Let's say I do know I had to immediately duck back around the corner because of the hail of blaster fire.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah,
there was a lot of it.
Yeah, you could see where I was about to make you have you make a perception check, but it's usually pretty obvious where blast doors are. So.
Would the corresponding console be nearby to start fiddling with?
Yeah, I imagine each one would have a console, so they could be opened manually if they needed to be. After an emergency made them drop.
I was going to try to manually force close the one between them.
Right.
And make it so it stays.
Then it's going to be next to her, and just in case they start firing, she'll start deflecting.
Okay. All right. So the difficulty is 20 to do what you want to do. If you get a 30 or better, you do it quick enough that they don't noticeably catch up with you.
How's a 42 work for you?
That works pretty good.
Cool.
All right, so everybody gets through the blast door, then you drop the blast door. Ooh, which side of the blast door was the console home though?
For
Go down that
story's
path.
sake, I'm going to assume the side that they are not on. It divides the main characters and the stormtroopers.
See, but it might be a good story if it divided Io from the rest of the characters.
Well, guys, it was nice playing with you. I'll see you when we start the next campaign.
But no, you can put it on a couple second delay while you ran through.
Dramatically slides underneath, trips, falls, gets up.
Dramatically starts sliding, catches on something, is hanging there as it comes down.
Oh.
It's Star Wars. They can replace your legs.
Well,
Alright, so you have dropped a blast door. Now, that won't permanently stop them from getting to the fight because there's all kinds of side corridors and stuff. One thing the captain did notice when they picked around the corner was the commander had already been sending some of his stormtroopers off down some side corridors, probably to try flanking you.
Well, that'll at least buy us some time from this group.
That it will do.
What are we doing? Are we blowing up the entire station, just saying screw it, and like finding a nice planet to retire on? Are we fighting these guys? What are we doing?
Well, at the very least, I say take out the Inquisitors, and then Stormtroopers should be easy to deal with if we can pick them off in groups.
It should be.
Yeah, should be.
How many exactly were there?
Yes.
How many exactly are there of us?
With the droids.
Yeah. The droids are busy.
That's why we're gonna go make them not busy.
Blaster's down. That'll give us some time on this side.
Right.
Let's focus on the side we can. Let's
Let's-
focus on the side we can see.
Okay, let's go make the best use of our time. Fighting Inquisitors, I guess.
Sure. And Ozen will snap his.
Quick question.
Yeah, it is.
How many Star Destroyers were there outside?
There was one full-size Star Destroyer, and then there was that like next size down.
Oh, okay.
Shoot, I looked it up back when I described it being there. And then you had a collection of like smaller ships.
Good. So as long as they're fully populated, I mean, they might not be considering the collapse of the Empire, but assuming that they are, we are technically looking at probably around 15 to 20,000 stormtroopers.
That'll be fine. I'm sure we've got the energy cells and time and ammo for that.
And that's not including about 3 to 4 times that in enlisted personnel.
It'll be great
And-
time, guys.
And approximately the equivalency in officers. Okay, how many how many Clone War era droids were in this army?
I don't know if they ever gave you the number on the station. I mean, the tactical droid only trusts you so far.
Yeah, I think we asked him and he didn't give us the information.
That's a lot of stormtroopers.
And you had taken.
Yeah.
Trying to remember how many y'all taken with you.
I think we said about 30.
Okay, that sounds about right.
The strongest.
Yeah, they have the best
mean,
rolling dice we took with us, right?
I know we did clear out a significant number of stormtroopers, but
There's 35 of us and possibly 12,000 of them. Even
Well-
clearing out a couple hundred from the bay, there's still
yeah, I know.
quite a bit.
I know.
I mean,
Either way, I think Cowabunga it is, apparently.
Yeah, and well, with the way they have the Star Destroyer docked, we can't get out. At the
You don't
very least-
understand, Cowabunga it is.
At the very least, not with the Rubicon. If we detonate the station and leave, we'd have to steal another ship, because there's no getting the Rubicon out of the station now. Of course, we're saying this as we're moving.
Yeah.
Alright, so y'all move forward. The blaster fire is getting much louder now. Occasionally, you think you can hear a lightsaber.
Mm.
Listen, turn off your lightsaber.
Io has like broken out into a cold sweat.
But you come up to a T in the hallway. When you round this corner, you're probably gonna be able to see the combat.
Okay.
According to your map, when you round this corner, it opens up to a wider, kind of a wider hallway, wider area.
Yeah.
Not too far from the turbo lift.
Mm-hmm.
If I was going to have a battle, this is where I would have it. So it's like, yeah, this is probably where they're fighting.
Plenty of cover. Lots of like weird walls to take cover from.
Yeah, lots of niches and nooks.
So there's a first aid kit.
I'm just letting
Medkit
you
here.
know, so if you choose to just barrel around the corner, do so. I'm just letting you know. This is the corner that
I was definitely using a corner as cover.
Which corner? I'm not seeing a map.
There is no map.
Oh.
It's theater of the mind.
Okay.
It's all fueled by imagination.
Sorry, y'all were talking like there was an actual map, and I was looking, going, I don't see one.
No, you're not that sick.
Yeah.
The hallucinations haven't kicked in quite yet. Give it some time.
I mean, I am on drugs.
Ozin will.
Oh, I was gonna say they'll wear off in a second. He'll realize he's looking at a blank computer screen. He never even logged in.
Ozin will look around the corner to just confirm suspicions.
That sounds like lightsabers. Are those lightsabers? Yep, those are.
They are lightsabers.
They are lightsabers. All right. Well, that's a lot of, and she slinks back around the corner as like maybe a stray laser hits.
It's not a stray. You stuck your head around the corner, and there were stormtroopers already facing in your direction.
Ah,
they've got like a rear guard.
Yeehaw! It is.
So as soon as you stick your head around, they take shots at you.
Yep. All right. Turn around.
So it's safe to say they knew we were coming.
Yep.
Well, you're in communication with your droids. They're probably in communication. Each of these groups are probably in communication with the rest of them.
All several thousands of them.
All right. So a hell of gunfire coming your way.
I
probably
will
get heavy cover, I'd imagine.
I will dodge with sense.
All right, 22 is what they rolled. And heavy cover gives you. Is that one a plus? Is that the plus 2 or is that the plus? Medium cover at the plus 2. Heavy cover is plus 5. So plus 5 to whatever you roll.
5 plus 11.
Your total was 11.
I rolled 5. I rolled 11, and then plus 5, and then plus their range.
Alright, so 11 plus 5. So that's a 16 that you're adding to the roll, essentially. This would be medium range, I believe.
Yes. That one misses, given what you've told me.
Medium range is 15. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, you look around.
Oh.
They go, they're here, fire! And then, 7, 8, something like that. Blaster bolts come flying your way. You duck back around the corner.
That's a bad idea. No cowabunga.
that we have
I
to
think Cowabunga has been forced.
Well, they can't just come this way, can they?
Yeah, they can.
Ozan has her lightsaber out and is just holding for one of them to come by and just whacks them with the lightsaber.
They can absolutely come this way.
Do you want
And that
do you want
blast
me to
boring can hold.
do you want me to telekinesis a grenade that way? We can probably do that.
It would
The
clear
only-
out their rear guard.
Yeah. Elsa, if you would be so kind.
Who's in charge of Keltzer again?
I believe she's
Probably
You are.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
Well, just give the grenade to give the thermal detonator to yourself, and then you throw it, and I'll do the rest.
Yeah, so I give the thermal detonator to me through some weird ventriloquism magic nonsense, and
There you go.
Wait, who has the better grenade throw out of the two of you?
That's a good
Kelser
question.
or you? Or Iota?
I do have. Why do I have Keltzer's? Never mind.
Because you
Because
probably
you were in
got
charge
access
of
to
her.
it.
I literally just put the sheet where you can see it, so you could access it if you need.
Okay.
You're not that
Uh,
sick.
Keltzer actually has the better grenade by 1. She has 5D. I have 4.
Have her eat it.
Yeehaw. I give the grenade back to myself and.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, I have to hit the button. 14. Nope. Why 14? She's
Because it
not
only
wounded.
rolled 4D.
She's not wounded. What the
It
heck?
does the same thing with my sheet.
Okay, 20.
All right.
We'll roll telekinesis to like make it go around the corner.
Mm. Ow.
Okay, so let me see if I understand this. Kelter is just running back and throwing the grenade, and somebody else is using telekinesis to pop it around the corner.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because
Well,
So
Ozan is
Kelter's not-
because
then,
she
then Kelter is not aiming.
From what I understand, it's more Keltzer is trying to put as much power into the throw for distance, and Ozan is aiming it.
Around a corner that they can't see.
Well, they peeked around the corner, so they can
I'm
kind
the
of see
only
that.
one who has the approximate location of where they are.
That's how my brain's understanding it anyway. Is drugged.
All right, then I'm going to need a roll out of Uzan for the actual targeting.
I
Oh,
rolled.
okay.
Do you want me to roll my telekinesis or?
I figured Keltzer needed a roll just for yeet.
Yeah, that's fine. But this is some weird, I'm not looking where I'm throwing kind of stuff.
Well, we kind of did that with the last grenade around the corner.
That's true.
Yeah, we kind of.
You were hitting a much more tightly packed folks a little bit closer.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
I did
yeah.
just kind of ricochet that one off the wall.
I rolled a 17. Hang on, let me check if I have anything hinky with that. No, 17.
Okay.
And oh shit, wrong dice. One more dice. 18. I have 6 dice in alter. Not I looked at my controls thing and not my alter. My alter is 6 dice.
Okay.
But I got 18. Which DC is like 5, and
Now,
then
y'all are
all the
saying
little
grenade.
extras.
Is this a grenade or is this a thermal detonator?
This is a thermal detonator.
Thermal detonator.
Detonator.
All right, let them roll their dodge then. Because you said you got. Well, give me that number again. You said 18.
18.
All right. All right, it goes off. You hear a couple people scream.
All right.
Oh right. You also hear people on the radio telling them the what would they refer to y'all as?
Mm.
Darn kids.
Basically,
It's objectively not a kid.
well, they saw Ozin, so they're saying they're reporting they've seen the Jedi.
In the explosion, I think I was gonna be like, run. I go. I'm understanding this is a T intersection, right?
Yes.
Okay, so then we go the other way. That isn't full of people.
Well, that's the rear guard, so there's no other way to get there.
Yeah, you can fall back the way you came without being seen. Going either of the other ways, you're either going towards them or you're going away from them, but in full view of them. Now, falling back the way you came back towards the blast door, there are smaller side hallways that lead to different areas. So you're not trapped in this area. This was just the most direct route to get to your guys.
Feels trapped.
Well, that just means I'm doing my job. The droids do come over the radio telling you they cannot hold this position. They're starting to take too many casualties.
Do we want to get in there?
They're planning to fall back to the elevator or to the turbo lift.
Well, it's either we do and we we at least have some people on our side down here, or we don't, and they'll hunt them down and we'll be left alone.
Yeehaw it is.
Now, keep in mind, you are not currently on the level that engineering is on.
Right. To the turbo lift.
And of course, they're using
So-
like one of the big cargo turbo lifts. There are
Yep.
smaller lifts elsewhere in the station.
To the turbo lift.
Yeehaw it is.
Yee, and I cannot stress this enough. Ha.
Or if you are a tiny crab, ye claw. A bumblebee, bee claw. Or bee claw? Yeah.
There you go.
Beehaw. Yeah, beehaw, that's what we're looking for.
Okay.
Onward.
And upward.
And sideways.
Hopefully downward.
Well, if we're taking the turbo lift, we'll be fighting our way there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, so peeking around the corner, it's the corner, the rear guard, the droids, and then another, or like the droids sandwiched.
All right, you got. When you look around the corner,
Mm-hmm.
It's maybe 50 to 80 meters away from you.
Mhm.
You've got a selection of troops facing your direction. The rear guard.
Mm-hmm.
Shortly, a little ways past them is where the bulk of that one force is engaging the droids. And then yes, on the other side of the droids there is another force.
In this area, are there any Jedi? Aside from Ozin and Nyerda.
On the we got the Master of Dungeons in the chat.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Welcome.
I may be slightly drugged. I apologize in advance.
Not the fun
Maybe.
kind, the necessary kind.
Yeah.
The hat mankind.
But to answer your question, Sarah, there
They
are
are
where the droids reported 2 Inquisitors. You're seeing 3 lightsabers flashing around.
Fantastic.
2 of them on the forces opposite, on the other side of the droids from you, and then 1 with the droids on this side, or with the stormtroopers on your side. And they seem to be mostly out in front of the troops, deflecting blaster bolts back at droids.
Hmm.
Though you can see a couple of droids with missing limbs, so.
Yeah, take them out.
Okay. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw it is.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Io was peeking around to see this.
How disoriented are they from a detonator, though, is the thing.
Yeah, and was there any smoke from the thermal detonator? But she would have been peeking around the corner, so yeah, I'll roll what I need to roll.
So the master troops that shot at
We're good.
So yeah, the master troops, that 8 or so that initially shot at Ozen, they're pretty scattered. 2 of them are laying on the ground. 1 of them is like limping over and kind of pulling the buddies. But the rear guard is made up of more than just those 8 people. Those 8 people were just the closest ones, and the ones kind of grouped together. But having made the report, you've got more of the troops turning around.
Mm.
A thermal detonator is an attention getter.
It is. It is.
It's a nice icebreaker to just get a conversation started.
All right, they got a 27 to hit you.
Fantastic. I rolled 11.
And I'm rolling groups of them as like one critter sort of,
Fantastic. I
Just
look
to
forward
see.
to the carnage.
just to save some time. All right, and you rolled an 11. They needed a 15 to hit you. You rolled an 11, so that gets us up to a 26. But you were peeking around the corner, so you got that +5 for the hard cover.
Mm-hmm.
So like Ozen, you kind of stick your head out, and then as you just see flashes of red coming at you, you kind of jerk your head back.
Mhm.
Wave of blaster bolts swings by.
Yeah, they know we're here.
Yes.
Just double checking.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
All right, so if y'all are going to Jenkins it,
It's in
probably
fully
gonna need to
intent.
roll initiative.
I don't roll
No.
initiative.
Roll
Yeah, we don't roll initiative.
Well, not roll, but set the initiative up.
Ocean will be at the vanguard with their lightsaber out, like deflecting blaster bolts, giving them a taste of their own medicine.
Okay, let's see here. So, another thing Io would have seen is while it's mostly stormtroopers, you see the occasional black armored figure in the mix.
Those.
Yeah, you're facing an army, so
Yeah.
Let's see. And they've got 4 dice, which puts them around. Oh, how much dex does Io have?
3D.
All right, and Cap's got 4.
3D plus 1?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, let's see where I had the Death Troopers. And then where do the Inquisitors slot in? Let's see, he is also got 4.
the quick planning session of them behind the corner. Do we want to concentrate fire on the Inquisitors first and get them down? Or how are we playing this?
I mean, I can try.
I'll try to deflect blaster bolts away from y'all. And back at them.
I have the longest range weapon. I can try to snipe them down.
Io. Io will not brawl the Inquisitor.
Come on now, don't chicken out now.
Maybe once they get closer. For right now, the rifle with the potential to do negative 2d to their strength.
Alright then, starting at the bottom. The Admiral's not in this one.
Starting at the bottom, now we're here.
Alright, the Stormtroopers are going to fire at anybody and everybody they see.
That's fair.
Including their own.
Well, anybody and everybody on the opposing side. I will be rolling them basically in batches of 5. And there are 4 such batches currently engaged with you. That is by no means all the troopers you see, though.
Just the ones that are playing with us at the moment.
Right. That is essentially what's left of the rear guard. Alright. And then it is Doc. What are you going to do?
Doc would probably kind of move on up, but kind of stay behind, just ready to blast anyone that comes around the corner. Or am I imagining the layout differently?
Alright, y'all are in a hallway
Mm-hmm.
that connects to another hallway in a T. They are around the corner from you.
Then, is there anything in the hall that we're in to set behind cover? Just straight open hallway? Okay.
There are a couple, you'd have to move through area where you could potentially get hit, but there are some of the smaller side corridors, door frames for rooms that you could potentially get a little bit of cover in.
Doc will try to make a run for it, see if he can find a place for cover
Okay.
to assist in the blasting.
Okay, you find something, it'll give you a +2 cover, and still be where you can lean out and shoot.
Fantastic.
Alright, and then it is Io.
Can she get any kind of shot on the Inquisitor with the rear guard?
Oh, let's see. He's not with the rear guard, he's with the other part of that, the main part of that force.
Okay, so rear guard, Inquisitor, droids,
It's
front guard,
rear
Inquisitors.
guard, the bulk of the troops fighting the droids. Basically, they were told you were coming, and they broke some of their men off to turn around and be ready for you. The Inquisitor you've got the guy shooting at you between you and the Inquisitor, and the other guy shooting the droid between you and the Inquisitor. You know he's there because you see the occasional flash of his lightsaber kind of over everybody's head.
Okay, then she will, for now, just take some shots or take a shot at a death trooper if she can hit any of those.
Okay. You can see, because there are a couple of those mixed in with these guys. Alright, so you're shooting at a death trooper. Are you doing the whole leaning out around the corner?
Yeah, she's gonna lean out, shoot, lean back.
Okay.
Is the little diagram at the bottom kind of accurate? the green being like us and the droids, and then the yellows being like Inquisitors. Of course, the T would be like further down, but
Where are you looking?
on the
On
bottom
the
of the map
bottom
that's
corner.
currently up,
Oh, okay, I see now.
kind of like that. Red being the the troopers, yellow being Inquisitors, green being us and the droids.
You said yellow being the Inquisitors?
Yes.
Yes, that's pretty much it. That's
Okay.
all. They're all slid further down the hallway than that. But
Yeah, I just couldn't get the
as far
box
as
to
their
move once I
marching,
placed
as
it.
far as their marching order, yes.
Okay. I wanted to get a visual. A horrible crayon scribbled visual, but a visual. All right, rolling for Yeehaw.
I have now shown the entire world your scribble. You're welcome.
Uh, 22 to hit.
Okay.
Still turn, right?
That is on one of the death. Oh wait, yeah, this is we're still in declaration phase. Hang on.
Oh, never mind. I'll hold on to that 22 for later. I'll just stick it in my pocket.
Yeah.
Stick it in your pocket and just let
I don't
it back
think we're
out
ever
later.
going to quite get used to this. In this.
It's a weird
Yes,
initiative
okay.
order.
Yeah.
There are other
If a
games in that
vampire-
era that used it,
Mm-hmm.
but other than like Battletech,
Vampire-
most of them aren't around anymore.
Vampire does something similar. Where it's like it's like your resolve and awareness or something like that, and that's your initiative.
Mm.
But the whole declaring it first and then
Declaring thing is
doing it, yeah.
weird, yes.
All right, Captain.
So we can't actually see the Inquisitors. We can just see the lightsabers flashing ahead of us.
Right, you got a mass of troops between you and them,
Okay.
and everything's on kind of a level. The floor is level here, so there's no elevations that would give you the ability to see over all those troopers.
Right.
Ozin, telekinesis me.
So, question: Were there death troopers in the rear guard?
Yes, you see 3 of them mixed in with the rear guard.
Can I get a clear shot at one of them?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Then I will take. We'd be at what, medium range?
Yes,
it's
for the
total
rear
80.
guard, yes.
Okay.
Well, depending on what your weapons range is.
Well, my medium range goes up to 150. Starting at 50, going up to 150. So
Yeah,
51 to 150 is medium range.
Yeah, that's definitely medium range then.
Okay. In that case, I will take not the one I was shooting at.
Okay.
I will take 3 shots at one of the Death Troopers with my disruptor.
Okay.
That feels excessive.
Um,
Carry on.
Alright, and then we jump to the Inquisitors, who aren't really dealing with you right now, to those 3 Death Troopers we just talked about. Now, Io is peeking out around the corner, or kind of leaning out and shooting. Wait, do you have a rifle or a pistol?
It is a rifle.
Okay, so you're going to have to more or less step out around the corner then.
Yeah, probably. Sure. Steps out, fires, steps back.
And the Devastator is or disruptor rather, is a rifle as well. So both of y'all are going to have to kind of step out. So there will be fire and return fire. So yeah, the Death Troopers that you're shooting at are going to shoot at you, and that third remaining Death Trooper is going to shoot at Ozen. Should Ozen step out? Oh no, excuse me. Ozen has not stepped around the corner yet.
Don't forget we have Kelser too,
Mhm.
even though they are not here.
Let's see. Well, the troops have seen Ozen, so yeah, he is hunkering down, waiting for the Jedi to round the corner. So if the Jedi does not round the corner, I guess he won't take any shots. Eric, what is Kelser going to do?
You skipped me, my guy.
Did I?
Yes.
Said you were gonna shoot her, but
Oh, okay.
You said my name.
All right. I said your name, so I checked you off in my mind. All right, Ozen, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna go up and be defense and deflect blaster bolts.
All right, so you're effectively going to put yourself in front of everybody else.
Yep.
And try to swat, even bolts heading towards them out of the way. Okay.
Ozen's playing goalie.
Sounds like a plan. Now, Eric, what is Kelser going to do?
You said the Stormtroopers. Are they operating... For shooting them, are we counting each one individually or as 5-man operational units to target?
All right, I have broken the Stormtroopers down into these little 5-man teams.
Yeah.
Effectively, what you're going to be doing is if you do damage to them, one of that number drops.
Okay, so they're basically 5 wound Stormtroopers each.
Right. Let's see. If you get a... let's see here. So yeah, if you get a wound, one of them goes down. If you get an incapacitate, 2 of them go down. If you get a mortal wound, 3 of them go down. So you can potentially plow through them, fairly quickly. But this way, I'm not rolling, for 20 Stormtroopers.
Fair. Coulter's going to shoot one of the groups of 5 3 times.
That could potentially drop the entire group.
Potentially, yes.
All right, and Kelser starts the rolling first, so...
Ready? So... I said 3 times, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
So... Why is it...
They also usually roll their dice.
Yeah, so 30 for the first one. Then this one's actually 70. 25 for the second. And... And 29
Aces.
third.
All right. Now, when it rolled 7 dice for Kelser, that was correct because Kelser's wearing armor.
He has in her Mando gear.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
So, I mean, not that that's making a huge difference in the number in this instance.
We do 29, 29, and then roll 5D.
So it would be
Yeah,
29, 24, and 25 then in that case.
Okay.
I just removed the last dice from all of them.
Yeah, that's fair. And easy to do since roll 20 does them in an order. All right, so
Yeah.
Alright, so dodge. So that is 12 on top of the 15 that you needed.
Of course, I have for this
So
master.
27, so the first one hits. Right, that's a 14 plus the 15, so that's a 29 for the second shot that you'd have to have. So that one misses. And the third one. It's another 12, so 27. And you said the last one was actually a 25?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first one hit. Roll your damage.
30.
Alright, and their strength is a 2. And I'm sure she is firing an energy weapon.
The medium repeating blaster.
Alright, so they got a 14 on their strength.
Doubled it.
Yep. So that first group of 5 is now down to 3. You drop 2 of them. Then we drop down to Ozen. Oh yeah, but Ozen's
Pulling up.
Yeah, Ozen's playing defense. So
She will make herself seen for that other Death Trooper, though, so. Not that she would know
if
immediately.
you're blocking shots against the other people, you've had to step out in front. So
Right.
I
That's what
imagine
mean.
all the shooters are kind of fanned out slightly behind you, but within sword reach, width-wise. You're in like a fighting V formation with you in the front.
Oh, boy.
You know, except for Doc, who's over in one of the door frames. Alright, now it's the Death Troopers.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, first Death Trooper is shooting at the captain.
Roll sense to deflect.
If we haven't gone yet, would we be around the corner though?
You move during your declaration phase.
Oh yeah, never mind. I'm never gonna get used to this.
5, 20, 5, 10, 12. You got a 17 to hit.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 on top of that.
Okay, that means he missed. Next one shoots at Io. Five. 29 to hit. Clearly they've heard about her.
11 on top of that.
Alright, so it's 11 on top of the 15.
It's 26.
Oh, still hits.
Well, that's not including Io dodging, if she wishes to.
I'll take the dodge.
Okay. So
You're eating two people's dice pools.
No. Your sword thing isn't adding to that. You miss. You failed to deflect.
15.
Alright, 15 to the 15 they needed
30.
is a 30. And I said they had a 29. So. Alright, so that shot misses. And then the last one he's shooting at Ozen. 12, 13, 16, 18, 20. That's a 20 to hit you.
10 on top of that.
You said how much on top of that?
10.
Alright, so they needed 15 to hit you baseline. You add a 10 to that. Alright, so they needed a 25. They got a 20. They miss. So you deflect that one.
Mhm.
And let's see. You can reflect it back if you.
I do not know the rule for that.
I know we looked it up the other day. I can't
Uh,
remember if you have to
you-
double.
No, you roll sense again, and if your sense roll equals the to hit that you need for the range of that weapon, then you automatically hit.
Okay.
Roll sense again.
So if you roll sense and you get a 15, then the damage that then you automatically deal the damage to the Death Trooper.
Do not roll a 15.
Okay. Alright, so that is all the Death Troopers. Captain.
All right, I shot 1. Shot 2.
Both of those shots are gonna suck. Ooh.
And shot 3.
Okay.
Are you doing one each Death Trooper, or are you doing just focus fire on one?
I'm piling into one of the Death Troopers.
Gotcha.
Alright, so he's gonna dodge.
They've
He
already
has a
fired. Too.
7 dodge. He has. Well, that dice disappeared into the darkness under my table.
4 dice don't count.
Oh, wait.
Extreme dungeon jail. Or dice jail.
Never mind, my toes found it. If they glow in the dark, I could probably read them from down there. That's clearly a 6.
I do have glow in the dark dice.
Also have glow in the dark dice.
Yeah, well, the pips in mine don't glow. The little flecks in them do, so it's not actually useful. Alright, so he's rolling 6. Let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 14 on top of that 15.
Still hit.
Alright, roll your damage.
25.
Let me make sure that his armor isn't anything special. Nope,
Disruptor rifles still count as energy weapons, right?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Alright. So his strength of 4 plus 1 for his armor. $11, 12, 13, 14. Not a great roll.
I don't double it, but still wound.
Okay.
Which puts him down 2 dice for his next dodge roll.
Alright, so that is a wound on him. We'll call him Death Trooper 1. We're rolling 5 dice this time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you needed a 30.
I got a 31.
Yes, you did. Roll damage.
33.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You got a 22.
Still wound. Puts him down another 2 dice to dodge.
That bumps him to incapacitated. Now he'll roll 4 dice.
3. He rolled 5 last time.
Did he?
He rolled 7 the first. Well, no, actually, before he'd be at 2 this time.
Yeah, because he'd already shot, so he rolled 6 the first time.
then that was the -1 for that plus the -1 to wound for 4 the
I
second
was not
time.
taking the wounds into account. I was not taking the wounds into account. That's what it was.
So yeah, he'd be at 2 dice to dodge.
All right, so
This
that's a
last
6 to the 15. So a 21.
27 to hit, or 27 for wound.
Yeah, a 30 something damage. All right, but he still gets to roll all his dice with the strength. So. 12, 18, 23.
27, still wound him.
That bumps into mortally wounded. He goes down.
Does that disintegrate him? It is a disruptor rifle.
I know there's a disintegration thing, but I forget what triggers that exactly. If it's just mortally wounded, or if you have to, if there's some special something.
It doesn't say. I just know it's a thing with disruptor weapons.
Yeah, it's not that important. We'll say he goes poof. You know,
Okay.
a few random bits of his equipment, survive and hit the ground.
Works for me.
Alright, that was the captain. Io.
Going to take a shot at one of the remaining 2 Death Troopers.
Oh god.
And probably gonna miss.
Probably going to.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's well, I'm not gonna lie, that's just a devastatingly bad roll, but that's just the die.
And I'm not in brawling range.
I'll say that doesn't pass the minimum to hit anyway, I don't think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's not gonna hit the 15 you have to have. So that shot goes wide. And then we drop down to Doc. Oh, is Doc with us?
Oh no, don't worry, I'm with you. This is unfortunately a downside to having a spoiled child that, father, you not eat at all. As my headset tries to be wonky being downstairs. Alright, so what is within my field of vision to start blasting?
Alright, you have 4 groups of stormtroopers. And 3 death troopers. All at medium range.
Knowing my luck. Do I still have that, what is it? Doc was equipped last game with a blaster rifle? Or was it still a pistol?
Yeah, you got a rifle now.
Yeah, I think you had one of the stormtrooper rifles.
Okay, I just haven't updated it, which I think he also was a 5D for damage.
5d6.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, for the funsies, Doc is just going to shoot into the crowd as troopers. He doesn't feel like he's had enough upgrades to accuracy to actually, deal with the other ones, but
Alright,
deal with the troopers.
Keltzer unloaded into one of the groups and dropped 2 of them. So you got a group of 3 and 3 groups of 5.
Shoot
Well,
into that one.
I was fixed to say,
I'm
I'll
bunching them up like swarm creatures in D&D.
No, I'll shoot for the 3 stack.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know if this is going to roll accurately, but here we go.
All right, that's the baseline 15 that you need to hit.
Woo!
They are going. Ooh, wait, can they dodge? They got a dodge of 4, -1 for their armor. I'm pretty sure they dodged her shot, so that'd be 1 more down. How many times did Keltzer shoot them?
3 times.
Never mind, they have no dice. They're not going to dodge. Even though they'd only need a 1 on a dice to do it. 'Cause you know exactly what you need to hit. So roll
Roll
your
damage.
Okay, so rolling the 5d.
Luigi wins by doing nothing.
I think I've seen a video about that.
Hey, 21.
Alright, their strength is 2 plus 1. They roll 5, 9, 12.
Didn't double, but got a wound.
Alright, so one of them goes down. So that group is now a group of 2.
Doc claims another one. He does this in memory of BL and Roger.
They're still alive.
Yeah, Roger's
He knows.
just. I think Roger's just back. Or did y'all bring Roger with you?
Nah.
Okay.
We haven't declared it, so gonna have to say no.
That's right. He probably stayed back with R2. You don't want to leave R2 alone.
Come back and Archer would be ruling the place.
Somebody's got to protect the tactical droid from R2.
Basically.
That's what you're saying. Is
Alright.
we should have brought Roger with us.
I mean, the more the merrier, right?
Alright, and Doc is. No, about to skip the Stormtroopers. We can't do that.
We can.
Sure
It's
we
all right.
can.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Alright.
I'm sure they have better things to do right now.
Stormtroopers have a blast of 4 dice, plus 1 dice for the group that's only got 1 extra guy. And that's
So
what
they're
were
rolling on 3s then.
Yes, this group would be because they've done so much dodging.
No, they'd be rolling on 3s regardless because Stormtrooper armor reduces their dex by 1.
Yep, you're correct.
And the one that did all that dodging wouldn't even be able to shoot at all.
Well, the one that did the dodging is probably the one that's dead. I'm not talking about the Death Troopers here. This is the regular troopers.
Yeah, that's what
Yep,
I'm saying.
the one in the remaining group of 1. That 4 were eliminated from his group, and there's 1 left.
Yeah, because he's dodged how many times now?
No, that group is down to 2.
Okay.
Yeah, but he's dodged.
But you're right, he has dodged so much that he doesn't have a dice pool. You're correct.
Yeah.
So skipping that one, going to one of the fresh guys. So 4 dice, minus 1 for their armor. But there are 5 of them total. So an extra dice per dude. Or per extra dude. Uh, 18, 31. Oh, and this one's coming in Ozen. Ozen, are you going to attempt to deflect?
I can.
A 31 with 3 dice?
They get extra dice for the extra guys in the group because it's an entire group. It's volley fire.
Okay.
I am not, no. Because there's not much I can do about that.
Okay. Alright. Your blaster rifle is 5 dice.
Uh-huh.
Basically, when a squad hits you, I'm assuming it's basically one guy out of the squad that managed to get a lick. So there's no bump to their damage. Eight, 9, 12. Alright, they got a 17. Give me a strength
Let's
roll.
see. Yep. I rolled a 1
How have you rolled a 1
for
on
a total of.
strength?
Right. I messed that up. My bad.
Yeah, you don't.
I didn't roll much better. I rolled a 6 total.
Ow.
Uh-huh.
I'm assuming there were a lot of 1s in there.
There are 2 2s and a 1.
Alright, what did I say they rolled? 8. 17. All right, so they rolled a 17. You rolled a 6. So they doubled,
Yep.
did not triple. All right, so you are incapacitated.
Yep.
Next group is going to shoot at Io. So that is +1 plus 3 extra dudes. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 to hit you.
Even if I did roll dodge, I only have 2d6. It would not dodge.
All right. Give me a strength roll. 3 damage is
9, and then I have a +2 armor, so
11.
11.
All right, that's a tie. So you are stunned for a round, which just means -1 dice, but it only lasts for a round instead of permanent. Let's see, that was they couldn't shoot those. All right, one more group. They're going to shoot the captain. That's a 25 to hit.
I'm gonna have to take it because I can't roll high enough to dodge for that.
Okay. Give me a strength roll in. 6.
So next week, new game, right?
God damn.
They got a 20.
Almost tripled me.
Oh boy.
All right, incapacitated. All right. And that is that for the round. Doc, what are you doing this next round?
Well, witnessing the captain, if they witness the captain be damaged, he's going to go give aid.
Okay. So you're going to run over to the captain and shoot him up. And he's definitely within within your movement range. Io.
Take another pot shot at the Death Trooper.
Okay. Back behind the rear guard, you're seeing more of the stormtroopers turn around and start heading y'all's direction. They're not firing yet because
Fantastic.
they're further away. All right, but you're shooting at a Death Trooper. Captain.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna put. He's gonna put a shot into one of the stormtroopers.
Okay. The almost wiped out one or one of the other ones?
Almost wiped out one.
Okay.
Actually, how tightly grouped up are these guys?
The individual groups of 5 are fairly close together.
Okay, never mind. He's gonna shoot one of the Death Troopers then.
Okay. All right. Captain. Oh, I forgot to do stormtroopers. They're just going to continue firing like they were.
Mhm.
No big surprise there. Then the Death Troopers, and there are 2 of those left. One will shoot at Ozen, and then one's going to shoot at the captain because the captain disintegrated his buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Ozen.
I'm going to do multiple actions. I will be. I'm going to activate Control Pane, and then I will. I am also trusting in the Force for this, but I am activating Control Pane, and then I will be deflecting again.
Okay. Alright, do you successfully
You want me to do that now?
Oh! Now I'm doing it. No, I forgot.
Yep.
Alright, Eric, what is Kelter doing this round?
She's going to lob that last thermal detonator into the group.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Since they're all tightly grouped together.
Alright. Basically, whatever group she targets will take it at, assuming she hits, will, the amount of damage it does varies depending on how close together they are. So, whichever group she lands it in, will take kind of the point blank damage, the 10 dice. And then the other, basically, it'll be one group will take 10 dice, one group will take 8 dice, and then one group will take the 5 dice.
Well, that's the thing is, that's why I asked how close grouped together they were. So there's 3 still fully functional Stormtrooper squads,
Mhm.
one that's heavily wounded, and
Oh,
2
I forgot
Death
about the heavily
Troopers.
wounded one, yeah. Actually, yeah, everybody in your opponent's field is close together to take at least some damage from this, yeah.
Mhm.
Like I said, whichever one you target will take the full 10.
She's
Yeah,
gonna
we'll just let everybody else take the 8 then.
she'll put it at the feet of one of the Death Troopers.
Okay. All right, she gets to roll first.
She's gonna trust in the Force to make sure it happens. Which gives her
Ooh-ha.
8 dice, because -1 for armor. $24.
Okay. Death Trooper will look at the regular troopers and find the Death Trooper. Alright, he is going to quote unquote dodge, but what he's going to try to do is, as it lands at his feet, kick it away before it explodes. He has 7 dice, -1 for his armor.
Well, if he's trying to kick it away, that wouldn't be dodging. That would be making a melee. That would be making a melee attack, and there's nowhere to dodge in the middle of a hallway against a detonator like that.
They get to make a defensive roll against the grenade, like you do in every attack.
Okay.
Would he throw himself? Would Death Troopers be dedicated enough to throw themselves on a grenade? Did the Empire brainwash people that much?
Nobody around him has the rank to bother with it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Alright. I tell you what, though, I'll roll, even though it's not a brawling attack, I'll roll his brawling parry since it's more of a physical melee thing. So that's 6 dice -1 for his armor. Alright. I keep trying to lose these dice. Alright, he only got a 20, so never mind, it just goes off at his feet. Alright, roll the 10 dice for him. And then roll the 8 dice for everybody else.
47
Ooh.
and 21 for the rest.
Strength is 4, plus 1 plus 1. 8. He got a 24.
Don't quite double it.
Alright, so he takes a wound. We'll call him Death Trooper 2. And then everybody else. Alright, the other Death Trooper. He got a 15. So he is also wounded. Then we will roll for the decimated Stormtrooper group. 6, 11, 13. So that group is down to its last guy. And then the 2 groups of 5, or 3 groups of 5 that are left. There's 8, 9, 10, 11. That one loses a guy. Ooh, that's a lot of ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an 8. So 8, 16. So that one's double. So that one loses 2 guys. And in the last group. So wait, that's 1 dice too many. Let me pull that back. Okay, that's 13, so that one loses a guy. Hold on a second. I think that second group, I rolled 1 dice too many. Let me reroll that. The proper number of dice. Okay, that doubled it then, so they'd have been down another one. Or not double, tripled it. Alright, so you now got 2 of those groups that had been untouched are now down to 4, and one of them is down to 2. And you've got both Death Troopers wounded. Ozen, you're going
Activation of a grenade. Yeah. I am going to control pain. I make it on just the 6s alone. Jesus Christ. And then, yes, I'm going defense.
Alright, it is the Death Troopers. They have a 7 in blaster, -1 for armor, -1 for wound, -1 for having dodged.
Yep.
Well, one of them has dodged. We'll roll that guy first. Oh, and he's the one shooting at, what did I say? One of them shooting at the captain, one of them shooting at Ozen. So this one is shooting at Ozen.
You said one was shooting at Io. Ozen wasn't getting shot at this round.
Oh, okay. Alright, so that is a 14 to hit Io.
I block that just with this. I rolled 26.
Okay.
Technically wouldn't even need to because that misses with the minimum needed of a 15.
That's true.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. So, yeah, you did not use that action then.
Yep.
Alright, and then the one that did not dodge It's attacking the captain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. So 15. So he got the baseline. So as long as Ozen expends the action, basically.
Spend the action. I rolled a 22 on my sense. So it goes back and whacks them.
All right. Roll me 5
what is
dice.
it?
I know. I'm sure you would like to roll the damage. Roll me 5 dice.
I will. Oh!
Oh, wait a second.
Yes.
I don't know what the difference is with these guys' rifles. These guys' rifles do 5d plus 2. So whatever you
Even
roll
better.
plus 2.
Yep.
All right, so what'd you get?
It's even better. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21.
Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 16.
Wound.
All right, so that puts him at incapacitated. All right, and that is
He's starting to believe.
that is the Death Trooper.
Mhm.
Then we drop down to Mon Capitan.
I'm gonna shoot at the incapacitated trooper.
Okay. Cold a week.
Basically. 36 to hit.
That's definitely going to hit. Let's see if he dodges. That would be 7 dice. -1 for the armor. -2 for wounds.
-1 for shooting.
-1 for shooting. So he's got 3 dice. You have to have a 15 to hit him. Mathematically, I think he could potentially dodge.
It's possible. It's just not likely.
And he gets an 11. So that's, I don't think, going to do it.
It's 26 versus 36.
Missed it by that much.
26 for the damage.
Okay. 5, 6, and he got an 18.
Which disintegrates him.
Yep, he goes. Bits of armor go flying off, but most of him's just gone. There's a reason those weapons are illegal most places.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Io.
Going for the last Death Trooper.
Okay.
And didn't have to dodge, but down 1 dice because stunned. $12.
Okay. And the minimum to hit is a 15, I believe.
Yeet.
Your dice don't like you when you're not brawling. I'm just going to point that out. You need to run past the Jedi through that dead man's land y'all set up and just tackle one of them. Tackle
Hard to
one of the
brawl.
squads. Imagine the visual.
She isn't not an octopus.
One for everyone. Then you just kick one in the junk.
It's like Rafiki when they're taking back Pride Rock.
Yes.
Mm.
I was thinking like a Jackie Chan movie, but that works too.
Rafiki's probably more accurate.
Alright, and then we drop down to Doc. And I believe you were medicating the captain.
That is the plan. Alright. So if he had no trouble getting over to him, we're just going to go ahead and do that good old medicine roll. Let's roll that beautiful beam footage. Wow.
Oh! Oh, right, that's your medicine roll. Still really good.
Alright, that was a 29, and you needed a 15?
I was only 1 off from doubling.
Fortunately, not the one that matters where it's doubles.
No. It'd been nice though.
All right, Captain, you get a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Then it is the Stormtroopers. All right, the one Stormtrooper that's by himself is going to fire at Ozen.
Huh?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 14. He misses.
I say.
The squad of 4 is going to shoot at.
I
I'm sorry.
expend an action anyway to reflect it back at them.
Can you do that if they miss completely?
You know what? That's true. Never mind. Ignore me. That would be like playing tennis with the blaster ball. You're completely right. Which is its own sport. I just invented that. Don't steal it, George Lucas, or whoever owns Star Wars now.
Disney.
Disney.
Right.
It's already been stolen
Damn it.
from your brain.
Well, you know how Warhammer has Blood Bowl?
Yes.
Now I'm picturing the guys that are doing the Shatterpoint and whatever the other combat one is. I'm picturing them doing their sports game, and that's what it is. It's basically blaster bolt tennis.
Hell yeah.
All right, so one of the 4-man squads
Mhm.
is going to take a shot at. Let's see. That was shot at Ozen. This one will shoot at Io.
This is a dumb question, but since none of the Stormtrooper squads declared what they were actually going to do, can they actually do something?
I said they were going to shoot at everybody. Or continue shooting like they had been.
Okay.
Alright, so 4 dice, -1 for their
I think
armor.
in this particular round, he forgot to do it before one of our turns,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, I
he
think the
said
captain had declared you started declaring what you were doing, and then I went, oh yeah, the Stormtroopers.
Gotcha.
Yep. I think that's what happened this round.
Let's see. I am going to count them as having a stun on them because, grenade. Oh crap. That actually means they don't have the dice to even potentially hit you. So yeah, all the Stormtroopers are firing for effect this round then.
That's about right for Stormtroopers.
Because they had 4 dice, and they're currently knocked down by 2. So yeah, the highest they can roll is a 12. Next round, when they're not stunned, then mathematically they could potentially hit you. Oh, I'm sorry. I got you all excited. I forgot about they get extra dice for extra dudes. The 4-man squad is rolling 4 dice, so they do still get a shoot. But a 13 isn't doing them any good. So the 2-man squad is the one that couldn't mathematically hit anybody. In fact, they wouldn't. In fact, yeah. And then there's another 4-man squad. This one would be shooting at. I'm going to say Doc just because he's running out to the open. Yeah, or drew their attention when he ran across. Because I don't want Doc to feel left out. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
They are shooting for effect.
Yeah, turns out that is what they were doing. And then at the start of a new round, the Stormtroopers will continue firing. Doc.
There's no more healing I can do, I don't believe. So find and cover again, and
I'm pretty
taking
sure
shots.
Ozen is also injured.
Ozen's
Yeah.
beat the shit.
Both.
My control pain only makes me ignore it. I'm still incapacitated. I'm just choosing to ignore it for the moment.
She's compartmentalized that shit, but it's still there.
Yes.
Fair enough. Well, then Doc will rush to Ozen's aid.
Okay. Well, you're basically crouched behind her, working on the captain. So We were probably just
Alright.
standing because the captain was still upright. And that was a 20. Is that another 29? Or is that the last medical roll?
Might have been the last one.
Yeah, surely he'd roll 2 29s in a row. Not a roll 20. They wouldn't do that sort of thing.
No, of course not.
No, that's definitely the. Yeah, that's the last rounds.
Alright. So Doc needs to make his. Oh, it's the declaration phase. What am I thinking? Alright, after Doc.
Same thing we think every time we do this.
Yeah.
There's things about this system that I really like. If I use the generic version of it, I'd probably homebrew some different initiative rules.
Yes. I think so too.
Alright. So, Io, what are you doing?
That one Death Trooper is still stubbornly alive, correct?
Yep.
Going to try to unalive it.
Ready? Captain.
Let's see. So if I understand this map correctly, us trying to get away and not go back towards the blast door would leave us pretty much in open season for them, correct?
That is correct. Now, like I said, falling back towards the blast door, there are side passages, that worm out through the station. Y'all were sticking to the main hallway because that was the most direct route to get to the droids.
And there's more stormtroopers that are turning around to come to the rear guard.
Yes.
Yes.
You literally rounded the corner and kind of started charging in an army, so yeah.
Quick question. Have the droids tried to fall back at all? Are they
Yes.
falling back at all because they said they were?
Yes.
Like, how's that progress going?
You can tell that they're moving back. So, you've got the rear guard that you're fighting. You've got these guys that have turned around to reinforce the rear guard. But then you've also got other guys up here that are moving forward.
They're still just sandwiched and they're eventually just going to get killed.
Yeah. The sandwich is still there, but there's more layers. Now, when the droids make it to the elevator, they can get, heck off this level then.
I thought they were blocked in on both sides. So they would have to fight through, like, the front end, where the other two Inquisitors are, to get to to the shuttle, like the turbo shuttle.
If they were going back the route they came, yes. They are disappearing down some of those side, other side hallways. If you look at the map, there's the main thoroughfare, and then there's like just kind of webs of side passages.
Okay.
Like if you're looking at a city street, you got the main streets, and you got all the little side streets.
I didn't know there was one nearer to them.
It won't be the most direct route, but hopefully they'll get shot at less. Because you did share the station map with them, I think, or at least that's this portion.
Yeah.
All right. What was it you said you were doing, Captain?
You may be. I'm sorry.
So with the rear guard getting reinforced, if not immediately in the near future, trying to hold the position would be untenable, especially with no real cover to speak of. Not unless we start stacking bodies and using them as cover.
Oh, what movie was that? Was it Darkness Rising? Or The Gamers? The one guy keeps... It's a movie where they're playing D&D, and one guy keeps losing his bards, and at one point in the battle, he screams, "Quickly, hide behind this pile of dead bards."
Mm-hmm.
All right. So is the captain going to call for a withdrawal?
Yeah. Trying to hold that position's untenable.
Okay. So is he falling back this round, or is he giving that? Is he going to like take a shot while giving that command, and then next round everybody falls back together?
He's gonna. Yeah, he's gonna fall back. He's gonna give the command and fall back.
Okay.
And he's also going to. Do the force powers degrade at the same dice pool as everything else?
They are skill dice that you're rolling, so yes.
All right.
They do.
So I'm gonna first do control pain.
Okay.
So I need a 10. Alright. Do force dice degrade as well?
As far as what goes.
Like for wounds?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I don't control pain.
They function like regular stat dice or skill
Yeah.
dice or whatever.
Alright, yes, I don't control pain, so I'll do accelerate healing, which I also don't get.
Oof.
You're hurting and have trouble focusing.
Yeah, that makes sense. I too am hurting and I'm having trouble focusing. So I
You can
understand my
sympathize. You
character.
are in character.
Yes, quite so.
Art is imitating life.
Mm.
But okay, so you fall back around the corner, so you can't be shot at least.
Yeah. And he'll give the general order to fall back. Is there a side passage he can see that he can start getting to?
Yes, you probably couldn't reach it this round, but you get around the corner and out of the trooper sight anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
He's mostly going to spend his to try to find what they can get to.
Okay. All right, then it is the Death Troopers. Pardon me, the Death Trooper.
Mm-hmm.
And he is going to shoot at I think this was the one that shot at Io last time. So
Yeah.
We'll continue shooting at Io. Then Ozen.
I'm going to be defensive this turn, and then I'm going to fall back.
Okay. Well, the falling back had to be
And,
during your movement phase next time, but
Sure. Ozen will say to the group, "Hey, I think we need to fall back."
And then she looks around and the captain's already gone.
Yeah, the captain's already like halfway gone.
Well, the captain already said that we need to fall back.
Okay, cool. Then
All right, and then Eric, what is Keltzer doing?
What Keltzer do?
Oh, with Rappy not here, I've totally forgot to have anybody shoot at Keltzer.
I know. Since she can't move this round. I mean, well, she could move, but
Yeah, Keltzer could fall back.
I should fall back to like here and basically spray the hallway.
Okay, how many shots is she taking?
That one squad is still there, heavily wounded, yeah.
Yes, there's a one-man squad, a two-man squad, and two four-man squads. And one Death Trooper.
She's gonna put one shot at each of the 4-man squads, and then one at 2-man squad.
Okay. So she is concentrating on the cannon fodder.
Mm-hmm.
All right, take those shots.
So, one.
All right. And that one is going at the 2-man squad.
Yeah.
All right, they're gonna dodge.
4-man squad.
They got a 13 plus the 15, so you need a 28 to hit them. No way. And the second one is at a 4-man squad. Ooh, they only got a 7
Still miss.
plus 15. Yeah, because that's still 22. And then the other 4-man squad. Oh no, that is the third one. This was 21, 18, 19. Okay, so they get to roll that. That's a 15 on that for the last one. Plus the 15 is the 30. Alright. That may be the best I've rolled Stormtroopers dodging this game. Alright, Ozen is doing her defensive thing. You don't have to roll the control pane again, do you?
No, it just keeps going.
Okay. And then the Death Trooper. And I said he was shooting IO because he was that super shot at her last time. Alright. He has 7 dice, -1 for armor, -2 for wounds. So he's rolling like a regular Stormtrooper. 8, 13, 19. So that is a 19 to hit.
I will deflect.
Okay.
Add 12 to that.
Alright, you have deflected?
Cannot. It's not redirected. It's just deflected.
Okay. Then it is the cap. Oh yeah, the captain had fallen back around the corner though.
Mm-hmm.
Io.
She shoots like a stormtrooper.
Now, have you been spending your points?
Yes, I have 5 DM blaster, but I'm down 1.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, unfortunately, I'm the only fool here.
To be fair, she started with only 3 DM blaster, so yes.
So you have pumped it up. Alright. Then we drop down to Doc.
Well, time to be rolling that medicine. Quick, I'll give Ozen a little bit of a stab.
30.
As always, you see the chest cavity pop open, vial spinning, grabs one.
All
Now,
right.
does doubling do anything? No, doubling didn't do anything on that.
I
Does
don't think so.
No, I mean, if you want to make that a house rule, that's up to you. But as far as I know, no.
It's late in the day to be adding house rules to the campaign.
I know it, but a dream.
But Ozen's feeling a little better now. And then it's the Stormtroopers. Alright, the lone Stormtrooper has got 4 dice. -1 for armor. And that's it, because he did not have to dodge this round. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But he does not hit. The 4-man squad will... First 4-man squad will shoot at Ozen. They've got 4 dice. -1 for armor. -1 for having dodged. There's 4 of them, so that's extra dice. But only an 11. The 2-man squad is going to... you know what? They're going to shoot at Keltzer, because I remember that Keltzer existed.
Quick question onto that point.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of armor does she have again?
The Mando armor...
Is this like Beskar Mandalorian armor?
It's not. I don't think it's Beskar.
No, she's only ever managed to get just a very little bit of Beskar.
Okay.
I think it's just a plus and then a dex penalty.
Okay.
It's +2 versus energy, +1 versus physical.
Okay.
So kind of the opposite of Stormtrooper armor.
Alrighty.
Sorry, lost another dice. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This was the 2-man squad, so not a lot of extra dice. -1 for armor, -1 for dodging. And they got a 10. At least I'm getting double digits. And then the other 4-man squad will shoot at Io.
I mean, Keltzer did shoot at them.
I'm further down the hallway.
Two, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
At least we're both shooting like stormtroopers.
Yeah, it's not good, but at least it's fair, I guess. All right, and that is the... Oh yeah, they bring up the end of the order. Doc, the command has been given to fall back.
Then Doc shall do as instructed and take his happy clanky tail and run back. Or fall back to whichever direction we're heading.
Okay. Io.
Fall back and just take pot shots as doing so.
Alright, so you move around the corner. Let's see, now you do your movement first, so I guess if they round the corner, yeah, you can get a shot on them then. Captain.
I'm gonna go find a hallway if you can.
Excuse me.
Okay, I think you spotted one last round. And of course, the bad guys are just going to keep shooting. I think all of y'all are falling back where they won't be able to see you this round anyway, so. Ozen, are you falling back?
Yes.
Alright. And then I'm assuming Keltzer will fall back as well.
Yeah, she'll cover everyone's retreats.
Alright.
If any of them round the corner, then the captain will take a long-range sniper shot at them.
Okay.
And Keltzer will also take a shot.
Well, keep in mind they were all like 80 meters away from you. Y'all were shooting. There was a decent bit of space between you.
Yeah, but
Definitely a dead zone.
So it'll take them a round or two to get up to the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all could sit there like you were going to ambush them, or you could withdraw down that side corridor.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay. All right, so we are effectively out of combat for the moment. So yeah, y'all start making your way down the corridor. You get reports from. You start getting several reports from different groups of battle droids that they have made it to the turbo lift.
Okay.
They split up going through some of the hallways. But they're meeting up at the turbo lift.
I was pulling up the map again to try and find any kind of turbo lift or even like Jeffrey's tube kind of situation to get out of this area.
Hey Doc, juice me up again.
Valerie Hillig is fun.
Bessa, he blinks for a moment. It's like, as you wish.
This stuff's addictive, right? Psst.
All right.
Hey, again,
Captain is now healthy again.
Chest pops open. You see it spin once more. It's like, all right, fresh file.
Gonna do the same thing and say the same thing. Yep, I make it.
If Doc could smile, he would. But his eyes just kind of do that little emoji, showing like a happy face.
I'm just picturing the last big fight going down like the last big fight in the Crow comic, where he takes like 4 or 5 syringes of heroin and just all sticks them all in his chest where he goes into the last fight.
Maybe not.
He won the fight.
Look.
We haven't dipped into spice at all here.
Not yet.
Io would personally murder everyone
if
herself.
Not now, win.
What
did you
an
make
Io
your
villain.
roll, Deca? Sorry.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. No, I thought you had to roll, so I didn't know if you made it or not.
Yeah, I rolled. I made it.
Okay. Boop.
Yep, I'm back up to healthy as well. Hey!
That means you'll be ready for the next ambush. I mean,
It's not an ambush if we know. It's not an ambush if we know they're on the other side of the blast door.
Well, y'all are basically slipping off to the side. But yes, checking the map, you do see maybe a quarter mile away. There is a smaller turbo lift. I think the typical just people carrying elevator type, not the big cargo one that you and all the droids could cram into together.
Should we tell them to reconnoiter like 2 floors down?
They'd go 2 floors down. Y'all could drop straight down to the floor engineering his own if you wanted to.
Oh, we can do that too.
Which might have been 2 more floors down. I don't remember exactly.
I think it was.
Okay, in that case, yes, you can. They can relocate themselves 2 floors down.
Yep. The only issue is, so they know where the droids are going.
They will know that the droids hopped in the lift, and they'll probably know which direction they went.
Send the droids up. That was a significant chunk of an army up there, so that'll take a while to move. Send the droids up, we go down.
All right, then Ozen will get on because she feels like she's getting, old war vets like Ozin and the tactical droid are really bonding here.
I'm just picturing him. I was a general, right? Weren't you like 7? I was a general.
They were really hurting for people after Order 66.
No, I think all the Jedi were kind of generals by default.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, okay, then we'll communicate to the droids. Hey, go up, back to your positions. We got it from here.
Roger. And
For your service.
you hear like one other one in the background. I think they're using us as decoys.
And then I will radio the tactical droid. Tactical droid.
This is TF-212.
We are sending the survivors back up to your position.
Ah, you ran into some trouble then.
About a good chunk of an army's trouble. Yes.
Oh,
Inquisitors.
they snuck quite a few more past us than we thought.
3 Inquisitors.
I see.
Jedi, I guess, is in your whatever. There was basically an army down here, and we haven't even reached engineering yet.
Are you withdrawing yourself?
We're going further in.
Oh, I see. Perhaps with a smaller squad, you can use stealth more effectively.
Yes, we do appreciate the efforts that they showcased.
Did you suffer any casualties?
No.
Oh, impressive. So yeah, you get to the turbo lift.
Then we'll investigate this one for like bugs and shit.
I was getting in on that too.
All right. Give me perception checks.
I mean, perception or search?
It'd be search. Yeah, it'd be search.
I am specifically looking for a thing.
Yeah. The last time I had you roll perception because you weren't actively doing it.
Yeah, it's like passive perception. I get it. Woo. 25.
12.
All right. Io spots nothing until Ozin reaches over and plucks off this little like camera type thing.
Smashes it.
Basically, hidden in a little recess in the wall across from the turbo lift. You don't find anything in the turbo lift. Actually, I take that back. You found it inside the turbo lift because that would just make more sense.
Kind of puts out her hand for it.
Yeah, it was inside the turbo lift where it could see the control panel, so it would see where you were going.
So did we find that before we said where we were going?
I would assume we looked before.
Yes, I would assume the discussion would have been while y'all were walking, and then as soon as you got to the turbo lift, Ozin and Io started going all over the place.
Yep.
Gotcha.
All right, so Io, you got the little.
She's viciously stomping it under the heel of her boot.
Doesn't seem like a techie sort of thing to do.
She's having a stressful day. She stomps on it outside of the turbo lift before they all get in.
Then kicks it down the hallway.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all get in the turbo lift. Y'all drop down the next 2 floors or decks or. Would it be floors or decks in a station? I guess it would still be decks.
Floors might make sense if it's like meant to be lived in. Decks might be more for like I don't know. Never mind. Rambling.
All right, so y'all
Highest
drop
place
down
here would be
2 more
floors.
levels down. There's a tense moment right before the doors open. Psst, but there's nobody on the other side.
Well, we have the map, so where are we going?
What are we trying to do? We pretty much just said we're going to engineering. Did we ever decide what we're doing at engineering?
Well, we'll have to figure out when we get there. There's no telling what's in there.
All right, so y'all are trucking it to engineering, just following your map.
Well, probably keeping an ear and an eye and such out for anyone that has set up ambush points on this floor as well.
Okay.
If there's a security place nearby, she'll look at it, see if anyone might have used the panel.
Well, you look at the panel, you don't see any sign of tampering. Do you hack it open?
Looks around real quick. Do you guys want me to? Do we want to check this?
Couldn't hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If it has. I'll flip a coin or something.
Well, if they've set up an ambush, there's already other people around somewhere. So.
Yeehaw, it is. She'll try and open it.
Okay. Hacking into this one, you don't see where the code has been changed at all. And yeah, it opens up. The room's empty, other than the usual equipment that you're used to seeing in here.
That's a low roll. Damn. Okay.
Oh, it is really low for you. It's still high enough, but it's really low for you.
Yeah.
Quick check of the security. You have to roll back a long time before there's any footage of anybody walking around.
Okay. Maybe clear?
So yeah, you're pretty sure the Empire has not made it down here yet.
Okay. Onward, I guess.
All right, so it's a few miles walk, or a mile walk. It's a decent walk. You eventually get to the part marked engineering. I mean, not really in a language you're super familiar with, but
Footnoted it on the map.
big doorway. It's big enough that you can ship some fairly major pieces of equipment in there. As you walk in, there's computers against the wall, huge machines hanging from the ceiling. It's a huge room, but there's a limited amount of space to actually kind of walk around and do stuff. Multiple levels of the room because you've got the floor, and you've got walkways halfway up, and walkways towards the top.
Any of the panels on?
A couple of them light up as you walk in. It's like everything in here was in like sleep mode. And when you walk in, it kind of detects.
Okay.
She'll look over at Ozen and Naerta. I don't know if you two need to do your thing. or if it's just regular computery stuff.
What you see on the floor level looks like regular computer stuff.
Is there any way to seal the door behind us?
Io could probably figure something out.
She'll go look around for how to do that while other folks are checking other panels.
Okay.
I will check the. I'm checking the panels. I'm not nearly as good at computers being in my old age, but
This doesn't look like an Apple II.
yeah, exactly. But I am more checking to see if there's anything that strikes me as like 4C.
All right. So Io, you find the controls for the door. You get the blast door down. You can kind of put your own code in. Try and do some, try to tweak some stuff, make it harder for anybody to hack it from the other side.
She has her own special spice to it.
At the ground level, you don't find anything. Everything looks like it's set up. Everything looks like it's set up for Killick hands. When you get if you get up on the walkways to that middle level though, you do find like a major control station that's clearly set up for somebody a little more human.
I'll look down. I'll look for. I'll call out. I hear the.
I'm coming.
I'll take a look at it.
The panels do have two of those hand places. This particular one though isn't color coded, kind of like all the rest of it has been. We always kind of had the two seat. You'd have two seats or whatever, and it was kind of obvious to tell which sibling they were for.
Mm-hmm.
There's still the two spots, though. This control panel is set up, like you would stand and use it.
Okay. So he'll go to one of them.
Okay. As soon as you touch them, they flare up, everything lights up.
Mm-hmm.
You start getting basically readouts, but everything's pretty much flatline. There's no engine output. There's no it's only this entire area is only getting minimal power. Now the generator is running. Is producing electricity, or I guess it's electricity that it's producing power to power the lights and everything else in the computers and all in the station.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing is really being diverted to the engines. They do appear to be offline.
Well, we knew that from the command center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is all matching up with what you knew from the command center.
Yep.
Once she gets the door down, she'll go around and kind of see if anything she can access can give a reason why it's offline or how to get it online or.
Okay, you make a computer roll.
I have to actually look for the computer. Computer, yeah, would it be computer or security?
I'm going to say just computer for this one. You're not really having to hack into it. Not with Ma and Pa Force user interacting with the system.
21.
Okay, you did 20.
Oh shit!
She knows how to break them, not how they actually work.
It looks like it was intentionally taken offline. There was some weird power fluctuations the last time it was used. And it's like it was taken offline for maintenance, but the maintenance was never actually done. It's like the trip here. Oh, the engine's acting a little funny. That's a funny noise. We probably need to check, take them offline.
The check engine light came on.
But, it was already parked where it needed to go, so they apparently never got around to actually doing anything. So you're pretty sure you could bring them back online, but you're not. But without them having done any of the maintenance on it, you're not sure if it would be safe to use, or if you might need to go physically examine the engines first.
The check engine light's on. I'm gonna see if I can figure out why. She goes off wandering.
Oh,
So yeah, the engines are or the power source for the engines are the size of small buildings with lots of like little Jeffrey tube type things you'd have to be crawling around in, accessing different parts. And there are multiple units like that, so you're probably talking about a couple of days' work to give it a thorough going over.
She probably realizes that after the first couple minutes. I am not qualified for this.
you are. It's just gonna take a while.
You are not familiar with some of the tech.
Yeah, it's old
These
tech.
These are not the sort of engines the Rubicon has.
Yeah, old tech and not her specialty.
Wonder if there is some sort of AI that can do the diagnostic for us and just tell us.
Well, the station does not have like an intelligent AI. It doesn't have anything like a droid brain.
Sure. But you don't necessarily need an intelligence to tell you, oh yeah, this, and this is messed up. This is how you fix it. I know this because I work at a factory now.
That's fair. By the same token, they if they could have done that, if they could have had the computer just tell them what the problem was, would they have needed to take it all offline?
Putting the manpower into it might have been inconvenient. I don't know.
Anyway, how long is Io going to crawl around in the tubes of this place?
If the others are looking around, doing their thing, until one of them calls her.
Okay.
I'll be fiddling around with the Force user control panel and seeing what my options are here.
I walk crawling around. Man, I hope there's no one just living in these engines. That'd be weird.
Some weird Bruno thing.
Yeah.
Secretly, this thing has been a space Hulk the whole time. Okay, Ozen, give me a computer use. You have access to everything, but
Yeah.
Let's see how good you're at actually using any of it.
Not great, I can tell you that much.
Grandma, your phone's upside down.
Nope, that's a 3. Wait, that's computer programming. Yes, that's what I needed.
And you got a 3?
Uh-huh. I have 2 dice in technical.
Mm-hmm. You have changed the color of the background on the screen, and you can't figure out how you did it or how to change it back.
Woo!
But unfortunately, it's the same color as the text, so it's very inconvenient.
It's now in
Ah.
Comic Sans.
But no, you don't. You're having a hard time navigating this thing. You know, not like it's not security giving you trouble. It's just you're not
Navigating
familiar with
it. Everyone else can do what they're gonna do. I am going to enhance attribute on myself to bump up my technical. Hey.
The Force says press this button.
Uh-huh. That is. Oh, still 1 dice. It's a weird. So when I use it enhance attribute, the way it works is that it has the difficulty is medium, and then for when you go above medium by certain thresholds, you get increases to the attribute duration at the cost of at the cost of round duration. So, for example, if I roll above 14 above the difficulty, then I get 2 dice instead of 1 dice. It's just when I'm looking at it, it's a very arbitrary chart. Because it's like 0 to 13. Yeah, I have the chart, so I know that I succeeded by 1 dice. And I have an extra dice for the next roll.
All right. So what Captain Doc? What are y'all doing?
Yeah.
The captain's just going to be seeing what other commands he might be able to get a hold of from here.
Okay. Give me a computer use.
What is the computer use one?
It's under technical. Top one, computer program repair.
Okay.
Well, you got a few dice.
Yep.
Wow. That's
We're-
impressive.
We're all very tired.
4 dice,
Yeah.
3 ones.
We're also it's also almost closing time, so
Yeah, you got a little while.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all are having some trouble with this computer. The setup's a little different than the one in the controls because this is like specifically for engineering, so it's a little specialized. What has Doc been doing?
Good question. What would Doc be doing? Well, I mean, he has a little bit in computer and program repair. Computer program repair. He might try to assist where he can, though again, it's not a strong suit. He'll, do what see if he can do anything at all.
Okay, give me a computer.
it's not your strong suit, and you end up with 10 dice. I'm going to fight you.
Yeah.
And
Alright.
he Yahtzeed.
Yahtzee!
All right, 18 on 3 dice. Best you could do.
That's sort of the best Doc could do.
So Doc just started going, I don't know why the organics are having so much trouble with this.
Still fails.
So yeah, you pull up the you find the commands to basically turn everything back on. So I always found that. You find a it's kind of a security feature. You can monitor a lot of stuff on this level from this console you're on. So like you find where it registered when the turbo lift stopped here and y'all got off. when everything in this room came out of sleep mode, that's marked down on here. You find a list of basically the damage that the droids have been doing in other parts of the station. Reports on that have been sent to this, and they've calculated kind of what they have, how long repairs would take, etc., etc. But that's all based on having the full crew of Killix here. You find an inventory list of like spare parts and raw materials and stuff that they've got stored elsewhere on this level. Effectively, they've got enough stuff that, if a specialized piece broke down, they could probably fabricate it. And in the overall map of the station that y'all have already had did not have some of that specifically marked. This one you can bring up a map that's basically this is the material and it's in this room. It's like the rooms are marked with a inventory lists. So if IO were to find missing parts or something actually damaged and replaced, you could potentially, make what you needed. Assuming all the fabricators are still working after sitting around for so long. But given that everything else in the station is still working, All right. So I imagine y'all were working on the computers for a while. It was probably a couple of hours as you were getting all this sorted out. Basically once Ozen and the captain kind of give up, at least temporarily. Does Io come back, or at any point do y'all call her?
Oh, I guess we should do that. Just get on comms and be like, Io, you good?
Yeah, I'm just in one of these engine house things.
That seems dangerous.
Yeah, this whole everything has been dangerous, so.
Right, but we could. You know what? Never mind.
Are we going somewhere?
No, but could we?
Like move the engine?
Go
Like turn it
somewhere.
on?
Can you
Are
come? Can you come over here, please?
I'm just gonna walk over there. Are you
Yeah.
talking about moving the entire station, or like just going up another floor?
I just need someone to help me with my computer.
Ah,
Show the terminal, the force terminal.
how did you put it in Comic Sans?
Ah.
So you fix the background for her.
Hopefully with a 14.
Or maybe not. You're having some trouble with this one too.
Fuck it.
Could very possibly be that Ozen has messed something up.
Still tried to screw you.
All right, so you're trusting in the Force to try again.
Mm-hmm.
It still tried to screw you. Look at those rolls. Oh man, by sheer willpower and spite.
I was just powered by spite at this point.
So yeah, you pull up and you get the information. You find the stuff Doc had found. And if Doc is still on the computer,
Yeah, he would be.
While I was going through stuff, both of you noticed the where it logged y'all showing up, the turbo lift dropping you off. Not like video of it, just a log that turbo lift stopped here, door open, moved on to other floor. There are a handful of turbo lifts around this level that are suddenly activating.
Oh boy.
Including the one y'all came through, including the big one, and there's another couple more of those kind of personal ones, or like regular size ones. Just kind of 2 or 3 scattered out through the level.
I just dropped the blast doors around them, so
Yeah, you've sealed off the engineering section.
can we pull up a camera of any kind?
Maybe if you went to one of the security stations. But from here you can look. From here you can look outside. Like where you drop the blast door, you can see the other side of the blast door. They do have enough of that.
She will peek and see what's coming up.
All right, you don't see anything outside the blast door. Yeah, keep in mind the elevators just this just happened. The elevators just dropped and let some people out, or potentially let some people out.
She's waiting, kind of like doing like peeking around just enough to where she can kind of see out through the blast door window, but is at an angle where hopefully she can't be seen.
This is a camera that's mounted over the blast door.
That works better.
You're looking at the monitor and can look out the blast door.
Fantastic.
I'm sorry, it was not clear.
She's still doing it just for comedic effect.
An hour later, nobody is wanted by the blast door. Because remember, y'all have a map to this place. They're having to scout. If this is the Imperial,
I have to go room after room after room.
Yeah, they're having to scout.
Question.
Yes, Captain.
Us on the computers, do we have... You said we had control over this level, more or less?
Yes.
Okay. So, once we registered all those turbo lifts activating, the captain's going to lock all of them in place and override their controls.
Okay. You can't stop the turbo lifts themselves from moving. You can lock down the doors, though, on this level.
Yeah. And then he is going to ask the droid, tactical droid, do you have troops on any of these turbo lifts right now?
No. The closest troops he has are the ones that you have sent back. And they're not back yet. They're still on their way.
No, actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw all the turbo lifts into maintenance mode and shut them off.
Okay, like I said, you've got control of the doors that are on this level. But actually, though, maintenance mode would make sense from engineering. I take that back. Give me a computer use roll.
I'm just picturing throwing them into maintenance mode. Just starts kind of like a car wash situation inside.
Maybe liquidate them.
When the Stormtroopers finally get off, their hours are
It'll be
super
nice
bright
and shiny.
Yeah, they got waxed and everything. The Inquisitors, not so much.
They're like glitter boys from Rifts now. Now the armor deflects blaster bolts.
You know what? I'm just going to trust in the Force for this. Of course. 24.
All right. They go into maintenance mode.
Well, that bought us some time.
Get increasingly difficult for them to get anywhere near us.
And he's going to do that for all of the turbo lifts outright.
What's the play here?
Well, right now they don't have turbo lifts to get anywhere in mass numbers.
Neither do we.
Yes, I'm aware of that. Can you route a Can you route control of engineering to one of our pads so we can do it remotely?
Like onto a data pad?
Yeah. So we can trigger which ones we want to activate.
Could she?
It's technically, theoretically possible. I mean, the tech in your... the technology you'd be using for your units and the station aren't the same. So, a good enough engineer could probably make, a MacBook interact with, a Windows PC or a Linux PC or something.
Computer use or security?
No, this would be this would be more programming use. And it's going to be...
Yeah, 18. She's not going to hit it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then, on that note, I know which ones were occupied, correct?
That is correct.
And I have control over their maintenance and function from engineering.
Like I said, you were able to trigger the maintenance from engineering, and you're able to lock down the doors on this level. But you can't send the turbo lifts to the top floor or the bottom,
Yes, however, perhaps with some assistance from others, I could tell the computer that there is malfunctioning machinery in those turbo lifts that need to be ionized.
Okay.
Since this is engineering, and theoretically, it should be safer for the Killick workers to get to malfunctioning technology if it's been shut off.
So you're trying the thing that was attacking the droids.
Yes.
You're trying to trigger that inside the turbo lifts.
Basically, I'm trying to electrocute all the people coming down to us.
Give me a computer use roll to see if you can attempt to see if this is going to go off at all.
Well, see, that'd be my next question. Is with Oz and I both being the Force users, would we connected be able to tell the program that sort of runs the station to just do it?
Sure, as far as security protocols go, it's figuring out how to give that command on this system.
Okay. So would I be getting any kind of bonus with other people getting involved and trying to figure this out as the captain is trying to explain his plan since IO prompted him?
You could you could basically tell somebody what you wanted and have them try to do it.
Okay.
You know, like I think y'all did that in the main control room one time where Io was working the computer and you and Jeremy were just keeping the computer going. Or, keeping it where it thought it was you giving the commands.
Okay.
It's
So this would
exactly
be,
what we did in the command center.
so so us trying to trick the system into doing this would be more of a security role.
But we could have
No, as long as you
do
two
it.
are touching the panel, this system is acting like it's your inputs.
Yeah, so
What
Io
you're
could do it.
rolling
It would just
is computer programming and use as you're having to navigate an unfamiliar system. You've been trained how to use a punch card computer, and somebody hands you a MacBook.
Yes, but what I'm asking is, Io is very familiar with these systems at this point, having hacked into them several times. Would she be able to do so to tell us what commands to use?
If she makes the roll to figure out how to do it herself, then yes.
Can I use security to do that, or is it still going to be computer
Still going
program
to be
up
computer
there?
programming. Because you're not having to get past security, you're having to figure out how the system works. Alright, so that is moderate.
And actually, before she does this, are you wounded right now?
Yep.
All right. Ozin, if you could enhance ability her, I am going to try to control her pain.
Or Doc can heal.
buff.
Or Doc can heal, actually. Yeah, that's true.
That's the better. I can still enhance your ability though.
Yeah. So you enhance ability, Doc heal, and that'll maximize potential here.
Yep. I make the control roll, and now the alter roll.
I just assume I'm making medicine, so
All
There
right,
you go.
25. So that's gonna that gets her back up to full.
You gain a dice in technology.
All right. I think that gives you
So-
2 more dice now.
Okay.
Effectively, yeah.
And I will leave it up to you whether you want to just roll 2 other dice and add to what you already rolled, or you want to just re-roll the whole thing.
Yeah, that's the question. How much would it suck just either way?
Well,
Rolling
only
7 dice.
only 2 of those 5 dice are below average. So
Mathematically speaking, yeah.
I let you guys decide. Do you want me just to roll 2 more dice or just re-roll the whole 7?
me personally, I'd say just re-roll 2 because mathematically that 5d6 is above average.
Yeah, sure. Go for it. Another 6 on top of that.
Yeah, so it's 22. That crosses a threshold rating.
Yep.
All right. So, yep, that gets you over 20. Yes, you figure out how to trigger that the ionizing effect that would like disable droids.
Something finally goes right.
And yeah, you will ionize everybody in those.
Now, one or two of the turbo lifts does give you a warning that there are organics within the turbo lift. But with them thinking that Ozin and the captain are the siblings that are in charge of this place, yeah, that's just you just tell it, yeah, do it anyway. It does it anyway.
You said those are the only ones that triggered as organics? Okay, and
yeah,
the tactical droid said that they have no one on the turbo lift engineering.
Right. The computer registered the turbo lift doors opening on this level. So what that should be telling you is that most of whoever was on there have already disembarked. What you probably caught were probably like a second group of guys coming down.
I think he was trying to say he did this as they came up because I would have announced that they were coming up.
It did not trigger telling you, oh, the turbo lift's moving. It's the door has opened.
Okay. All right, so we're electrocuting wave 2, and we're locking wave 1 out from reinforcements.
Right. However many got off. But y'all have locked it down where that's all they're getting.
Okay. Then we're electrocuting wave 2.
Like I said, some of the turtle lifts weren't reoccupied yet, but yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have definitely fried some people.
Okay. Fair enough. Hopefully an Inquisitor in there too.
Sure.
Well, you never know. They might not have sent all 3 at once.
So yeah, y'all spend, and it took y'all some time to get all this figured out. Shortly thereafter, though, that camera looking out the blast door picked something up.
Okay.
Looking at the feed, you see one of those mouse droids roll by, stop in front of the door, kind of give the door a look, and then hit them. Keep going down the hallway.
Oh, it just looks like a blast door to them, so they're like, oh, whatever, keep going.
Well, it's a mouse droid. It probably can't open a blast door. It was just noting its presence and then carrying on. Same kind of droid they were using to map the air ducts that were using to get around
Right.
the hangar.
Do we have control of the cameras for the rest of this place?
Whoops-a-doodle.
There's only a handful, because security is not wasn't like a super big concern of theirs with just the Killiks rolling around.
Is there active sensors that could tell us if there's droids?
You don't see any of those here in the engineering section. If you went out to one of the security stations, you might be able to find that.
You know what? Since we have the command for it and the blast doors are sealed, he's going to trigger the ion pulse for the entirety of the engineering deck.
Okay. Any droids are probably screwed.
And probably anybody else there too.
Not sure that's how ionized weapons work in Star Wars.
Well, that's what I'm saying is they will have no weapons to fight with. Their detonators probably will either fuse or honestly potentially go off. Their blaster packs will no longer be functional because their charge will be screwed. It even technically screws up lightsabers depending on the kind of charge, because lightsabers are partial machinery.
Let's find the rules for ion weaponry.
I mean, if they're powerful enough to knock out droids, then weapons are a lot less sturdy than droids are.
Yeah, the ion weapons in Star Wars tend to be just your anti-droid weaponry.
Yep. But I would imagine things that are designed to knock out complex electronic machinery like droids could do the same thing with simple machinery too.
Let's find the rules. Well, it's 927. We won't dig through that right now. So you trigger the effect. So then, for sure, the mouse droids are out.
Mm-hmm.
So we will go ahead. It's 928. So we'll go ahead and wrap here. You've got control of engineering. There are somebody else in the on the level.
Mm-hmm. Potentially have fried their weapons and electronics, but we'll see.
And we will pick up here next time. Anybody that came by, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope y'all had fun playing. I certainly had fun running it. Hope anybody that comes by and watches later or listens later enjoyed it, and we'll show up next week. Jeremy, if they're looking for more games, what else have we got coming on Direberry?
Oh boy, we have False Skull and Knights tomorrow with JT. A Knight's Ransom on Thursday, King Rambo. On Monday is Wild Beyond the Witchlight with Captain Zack, and then come back to us on next Tuesday for more Remnant Shadow, a Star Wars actual play.
And until then, we'll see y'all later. Where's the ending?
I'm waving. You can't see it.